Okay, so we've got all the Premier League clubs right here that participate in 2024-25 season. And today, I heard somewhere that, there's been like 1/3 of the Premier League so far, and that is probably true. So I'm going to save myself the embarrassment and do some other predictions. Obviously, the predictions that I made on my second channel. We'll go ahead and review them in May, see how bad I did. But yeah, to save the embarrassment, I'm going to do another prediction. I think I did this the last time I predicted the Premier League, but I just went with, just so you know the rules, like, I went with, like, any team. I don't really, like, categorise it. Yeah, I mean, that's it. So, let's go ahead and get cracking. Let's go over to, let's start with Fulham. Fulham are currently 12th in the Premier League at the moment. They're playing Brighton in about 30 minutes. Obviously, if they do win, they can go into 7th. Winning against Brighton would be a bit tricky, especially how good Brighton are. We'll get to Brighton in a second. So we've got this, we've got Champions League, Europa Conference League, higher mid-table, lower mid-table, and relegation. They're not going to be down here. I'm going to put them in. That's tricky. I'm going to put them, this one, specifically, I think 11th. I think Fulham finish 11th. Right, who else are we going on to? Because I said Brighton, I've got to do Brighton now. Brighton. This is tricky, because there's a lot of good teams in this Premier League right now, like, that are competing for, European places. Obviously, for the Champions League, you got Liverpool, you got Arsenal, you got Man City, you got Chelsea. But then also, like, competing for Europe, you've got Tottenham, there could be Villa, there could be Newcastle, you could also have, Fulham, you can also have, Brentford on a good run. It's so crazy and how many good teams there are. Obviously, Nottingham Forest are in that mix at the moment. I'm going to put them in 6th. I think they'll finish 6th this season. It's between 6th and 7th, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Europa League football for Brighton. Let's go over to Brentford. Brentford, which I thought was a team that, I thought would be going down. They aren't, and they've been doing really good. They've been doing incredibly well against against anyone at home. They're scoring so many goals, but they are also conceding a lot of goals as well. Brentford, I'm going to go for, I think there's something crazy like 8th at the moment. I think they're going to finish, I've got my prediction finishing 14th. Because you look at 8th and you're like, that's really good for Brentford. And, don't get me wrong, it is. But the goals that they're conceding, they're conceding too many goals. They're scoring a lot of goals, but they're conceding a lot of goals as well. So, I'm putting them in, around 14th. Right, let's go over to everyone's favourite, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm quite happy that this, just looks invisible. I'm quite happy Spurs look invisible, to be fair, because it's not a badge I like to see. Again, as an Arsenal fan, but Spurs, I'll give them credit. They know how to be so inconsistent. Okay, I'll actually give them credit though. I think they've scored like the second most goals in the Premier League. this season, which is pretty good. Obviously, they played Bournemouth in around 30 minutes. Spurs, they're so inconsistent. Like, they lost to Ipswich at home, and then they beat Man City away, and then they drew 1-1 with Fulham with a red card. History of Spurs. I do think. I mean, on Sunday they've got a really big game. They've got, I believe, Chelsea, and I mean, if they win that, I mean, they could get momentum, you know. And I hope that never happens. But I'm gonna go for 7th. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 7th. I think that does get you Conference League football. So, you know, it is some sort of football. Let's go over to Aston Villa. Aston Villa not having a great season, but they are. I mean, it's crazy now to think that Aston Villa not being in the top 6 is a bad season. You know, 3 seasons ago, they were like, if you survive, that's a really good season. If you get top half, that's a really good season. They finished 4th last season, which is really good. I think there'll be a drop off though, especially because they're balancing a lot of competitions. Like, they've got the Premier League, obviously, and the Champions League. They got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. They've also got the FA Cup. So, and I do see. I mean, what's more important for Villa, the Premier League or the Champions League? And you might be thinking, of course, the Champions League. But, you know, do they have that? What I'm trying to get is, like, would they rather finish higher in the Premier League or the Champions League? That's the thing. I think there'll be a drop off. I'm going to put them in 9th, just below Fulham. No, wait. Am I saying that right? No, just in front of Fulham. Sorry, my brain cells. Let's go over to Everton. Now, Everton's interesting because they beat. They lost 4-0 to Man United on the weekend, and then Everton play Wolves and they win 4-0. And I saw that Craig Dawson, I'm pretty sure, he scored 4 own goals. Sorry, 2. Imagine scoring 4 own goals in a game. No, he scored 2 own goals. Everton, they've got Liverpool next in the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. I put Brentford in 14th. I'm putting Everton in 15th. I think that's where Everton finished last season, if I'm not wrong. If I am wrong, then tell me in the comments. Let's go to a newly promoted side now. I'm feeling an Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, you got so many good players: Liam Delap, Amari Hutchinson, Sam Morsey. I mean, and the Ipswich. I mean, I saw the thingy about the armband and stuff. I think that's really stupid of the FA to charge Ipswich. Oh well, no. I think they did it to Crystal Palace. It's still stupid in general, but something happened with the armband with Ipswich. Ipswich, to be honest with you, relegation. Well, in relegation, I think they finished 19th. I think, look, they've just had Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest, on paper, Nottingham Forest isn't a hard game against Ipswich. Well, no, it isn't a, it can be a close game. It You expect them to get like a draw or something, or potentially win. But to come away from two games, Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace with no points, I would expect. To be fair, I would expect probably 2 points minimum, and they've came away with none. They didn't score a goal. They conceded 2 in 2 games. They didn't score a goal in 2 games. And I know it's early in the season, but I don't think Ipswich survive. Even though I really like Ipswich. Ipswich are a really good team. Liam Delap, he's on fire. He's got so many amount of goals. But yeah, I think Ipswich get relegated 19th. Let's go over to what am I feeling? Just because we said Nottingham Forest, we'll go Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest. I'm pretty sure I had them in like 18th, like here. I think I put 3 teams to go down with Southampton, Ipswich, and Forest. I'm pretty sure. It might have been Nottingham Forest, Ipswich, and Brentford, which would have been crazy. But Nottingham Forest, they're in 6th at the moment, I'm pretty sure. It's tricky. They've got Man United away on the weekend. And for a team like Forest, that could be a very hard game. They've just lost 3-0 to Man City. But it is Man City. I put Villa at 9th, Fulham at 11th. I'm putting Forest at 12th. I think they'll drop off a lot. Because a couple of weeks ago there was something crazy like 3rd in the Premier League. Now they're 6th, so there's been a downfall. Obviously losing to Newcastle and Arsenal back to back, but at the end of the day, it is literally Arsenal and Newcastle. I mean, there's only fewer teams that you can get harder. So yeah, Nottingham Forest in 12th place for me. Let's go over to another promotion side. Let's go over to Southampton. I'm being real with this one. 20th place. I think, even though the season's not done yet, there's always that team that you just know is going to go down. Like, inevitable. Last season it was Sheffield United. The season before that it was Southampton. And Southampton, they're conceding too many goals. They're not scoring enough goals. That is what a relegation side does. It's sad, but I do think Southampton go down in 20th place. They have had some really good, games so far, even though only winning once. I mean, that draw against Brighton, I know that should have been all 3 points. Taking the lead against Arsenal, giving Liverpool a good run. Only conceding 1 to Man City, especially that win against Everton. All the stuff like that. But to be fair, they've only had 1 win in 14 games, which is really bad. I think they're on 5 points in 14 games. I mean, we could see Derby's result. Derby's 11 points be, Southampton might be the worst Premier League team in the Premier League. It probably won't happen because 11 points is so low now. I honestly don't know how Derby only got 11 points. But yeah, there's a lot of warning signs for Southampton. Right, let's go over to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, that's going to be an interesting one. Because Crystal Palace, they've just beat Ipswich. They've got Man City on the weekend. I think Palace will be okay this season. I think, too much experience, Too much experience. I think it'll get them over the line. Will it be comfortable? Brentford in 14th, Everton in 15th. I'm putting Palace in 16th. Quite low down. But I think they just get out of it. Right, and let's go to the favourite club everyone loves. Corner FC. Arsenal. Obviously, don't wanna get too ahead of myself. We are still 7 points away from Liverpool. But we're on a 4-game winning streak. Ooh. Am I? Okay. No, I'm not. I think we finish 2nd place. I think there's a clear winner. And I don't think Liverpool's won it just yet. I think that there will be a title race. At the moment, there's not a title race. There will be a title race this season. Liverpool won't just run away with it. Remember when they were like 25 points clear on Christmas? It was crazy. But yeah, I think we finished 2nd place. Right, let's go over to Manchester United. Why not? First 4 games for Ruben Amorim as Man United manager. 1-1 against Ipswich. 3-2 against Bodo Glimt. 4-0 against Everton. 2-0 loss against Arsenal. The thing is, it's the players, you know. It's like the players are gonna, you know, it doesn't change overnight. It doesn't change in a couple of weeks. It's still the same players. I know it's a new manager, but it's still the same players. I'm gonna put Man United. It's tricky because I do see them getting European football, but do I see them getting European football by winning the Europa League and getting into the Champions League? They've got a really good chance of winning the Europa League as well. Oh, this is hard. Yeah, but do I see Man United finishing 5th? That's the thing. I don't. I'm gonna switch Brighton and Man United around. So Brighton finished 5th, Man United finished 6th. Yeah, I'm allowed to do that, right? I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to do that. Let's go over to Wolves. And I didn't actually know that they've conceded a crazy amount of goals, like 36 goals already. They conceded 36 goals in 14 games, I'm pretty sure. That's crazy. I mean, Sheffield United conceded 104 goals in 38 games, and Wolves have conceded 36. So in 14. So it's, you know, the alarm bells are ringing. And to be fair, I don't know if it is a shock, to be fair. Wolves in 18th. You can't concede that many goals and expect to stay up. I mean, I know it's very early in the season, but yeah. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. It is already 20 minutes long. So, Bournemouth, I'm going to just go quickly through these. Bournemouth, I said I was going quickly. Put Forest, Fulham 11th. I'm putting Bournemouth in 10th. Leicester, 17th. West Ham, hold on, I'll switch Leicester and West Ham around, because there are some good signs under Van Nistelrooy. Chelsea. Wow. Chelsea. I don't think they're in the title race. I think they finished 4th place. Newcastle. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, I see them finishing 8th. Liverpool. winners. I do see them winning the Premier League, and then Man City finishing third. Yeah, I think that is a good Premier League. Liverpool first, Arsenal second, Man City third, Chelsea fourth, Brighton fifth, Man United sixth, Spurs seventh, eighth, Newcastle ninth, Aston Villa 10th, Bournemouth 11th, Fulham 12th, Nottingham Forest, a lower mid-table 13th, Leicester 14th, Brentford 15th, Everton 16th, Palace 17th, West Ham, and then the three going down: Wolves 18th, Ipswich 19th, and Southampton 20th. Finally, I've done it. Hopefully I don't look like a melt coming May, but you know, we'll have that prediction video out, or reacting to my predictions, and yeah.